I just need to go and one sec.
Take your time, girl, just leave it to me and hold on to the love.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It with me, Steph will change.
And with me, Jorim.
Tonight we are reviewing Season 1, Episode 4 of Drag Race Holland.
So last week they had an acting challenge called De Gooise Vrouwen. And on the runway the theme was Miss Holland. They had to wear fashion with elements from nature. And Mama Queen wins the episode. And Abby, oh my god, lip-synced against Megan Schoonbrood. And Megan sadly had to sashay away.
Yeah, so at the end of the last episode, we had the little tease of the drama between Sedajin and Abby. Now, like I said last week, this was kind of an argument over nothing.
It was over nothing. It was about her waving like this, and they started screaming against each other, and it was good.
I would say Abby was rude to the girls with the whole doing this, like that's rude. But then you could see that she was genuinely upset as well.
No, I felt for her. I was like, she danced her ass off. She peed all over the stage. Don't be rude, but I get it. As you're getting tired, and then the tension get high.
She needs to be aware how she's acting with the other girls, and don't dish it out if you can't take it back, because she has said nastier and meaner things to a lot of the other girls by this point. And they've not broken into tears.
Yes, well, thank God that Envy Peru is finally starting to step in as a big sister and finally saying things about her behavior. So, because I think that Abby has a lot to give, but she just needs to be a little bit nicer. It's just drag, it's not personal.
It's not personal, it's drag. Welcome to drag!
We come back into the workroom and Abby reads out Megan's mirror message. Now, Megan wrote, "You are like sisters to me. I'll miss this, but I'll miss you more. But it's a game, be honest." That's the second time that the girls have said be honest in their mirror message.
Second time in a row.
I wonder if there's more going on that we're not seeing.
Well, the conversation continues, and all the girls are telling Madam Madness that they thought that she was gonna leave and she was gonna go home. Yeah. And she takes it like a champ. She's like, all right, good to know.
Yeah, she handles it really well, and props to her. Because it seems a little bit unwarranted that all the girls like, yeah, so you should have gone home.
Immediately after she had the fight with Sedajin and they solved it, then she says to Madam Madness, you need to get rid of the beard. And I was like...
I didn't understand it. Abby tried to make up with one queen and then immediately started a thing with another queen. First of all, I would call it more of a fake-up than a make-up, because it was so insincere, because she immediately says in the confessionals again, bitch, watch your back.
Apologize.
You know, you'd think from all of this before the episode starts that going forward, we're going to have a drama-free episode from Abby.
You serious?
So, and then it's a new day in the workroom. All the queens are gathering around the table, except for Mama Queen, because it's a birthday.
Oh my God. Happy birthday back to me.
Madam Madness turned 24. Congratulations.
Yeah, happy birthday. I guess months ago, but happy birthday. This was really cute. It was really nice to see that little moment between the girls, and the cake was adorable, if not slightly triggering for UK viewers who have just watched Bake Off.
The rainbow colours for me, although it originated over in the States, I think it represents the NHS. The NHS. The NHS.
Well, it does now.
It does now.
And then we get the room ale, and this week's challenge seems to be dancing. Most of the girls are really excited. Some of the girls less so, including Madam Madness, who, again, is really unnerved by the challenge.
She said she wasn't prepared for it, and it's, maybe you're not a dancer, but you should at least know a few steps.
Who'd have thought a dancing challenge on RuPaul's Drag Race?
And then Fred walks in fashionably as always, and he's telling the girls all the prices.
Oh, can I stop you there?
Yeah.
I do not care about the prizes anymore.
Please stop immediately.
But okay, a good thing about this is that it's the reading challenge.
Reading is
Fundamental.
And so Fred welcomes in Diva Mayday, and she is one of the most well-known drag queens from Holland. She's a DJ, performer.
Yeah, she comes in and she has this blonde bouffant wig with all the little rhinestones in it. I really want a wig like that, first of all. And without knowing much about her, she seems like a Lady Bunny type character to me. So it was really great to see the respect for one of the all-time queens on the show. Of course, for the reading challenge, they all needed to impress someone. And I think having a drag queen in the room really helped the energy because some of these reads were fantastic.
Yes, the reading. Okay, so I love the one that Envy said to Abby.
Abby, oh my balls. Je hebt de film en je hebt het reclameblok.
Setta Jean's read to Abby was also really fun.
Abby, oh my god. Je lijkt wel een vogeltje. Cheap, cheap, cheap.
It was. I had similar favourites. The read from Mama Queen to Madam Madness, I think, was so devastating and cut a little bit close to home.
Madam Madness. Voor jou heb ik geen read, want ik had je niet in deze aflevering verwacht. You shady little bitch.
Hilarious. I also really liked Abby's read to Chelsea Boy.
Chelsea Boy. Er is maar één ding safer dan prep. Chelsea's look.
Yeah, I think the only weak link was Madam Madness.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah, and even then, she wasn't bad. It was just not at the same level.
So, Mama Queen and Setta Jean both win this challenge. Well deserved, good readers, and the library is closed.
The library is closed for now. The Queens split into two teams. On one team, we have Madam Madness, Setta Jean, Envy, and Janie. And the other team is Mama Queen, Abby, and Chelsea Boy. And then Fred announces the guest judge for this week is Amber Vineyard. Can you tell us more about her?
I'm so bad. It was very, very nice to see her there. It was... I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Do you want to do that thing where you pretend you've heard of her and tell us how excited you are about her?
Yeah, I was trying to do that. Okay.
Oh my god, Rita!
Oh my god, Amber Vineyard? Oh my god. Oh my... I mean, oh my god. Oh my god. She's a dancer.
The Queens make their way to the rehearsal with Amber and we meet the rest of her voguing house. And this was a really short segment of the show. It gave us just enough to show what both teams were going to bring in the challenge. Now, the first thing that stood out to me was the outfits that Team Mama Queen were wearing.
It was questionable. It was very questionable.
I understand why they chose it. I think it was like they wanted to psych out the other team a little bit. Mama's plan for showing off was to put Abby front and centre in their team.
I thought that she put her in the front of the team is because Abby was a few steps late every time. So she said, we're putting Abby in the front and we can do our own thing. I thought that was the shade in the team.
Oh, I thought it was that they genuinely thought that she was a stronger dancer.
Of course, we all thought like Abby is a dancing queen. We all thought that she was gonna rock it. And she did in the end, but...
She was really struggling with her timing. She seemed to have no rhythm whatsoever. Speaking of queens who were struggling, we then have Setta Jean as well.
Well, I get it. If you're not used to choreography or dancing or being on heels, your feet get hurt. So I get it why you put on the grandma heel.
Those grandma heels and then the duck walking. They tried to make it out to be a big joke, but did you notice that she actually was not the worst person there?
Madness heeft gewoon niet zo'n goed ritmegevoel.
What excited me more was queens like Soeters, who were actually doing better than expected. I always prefer that to a queen who either we expect to be good at something and then she's good at it. That doesn't excite me. Or a queen who we think will be good and then is bad at something.
Yeah, and I like a girl that still gives it a try and not gonna complain the whole time.
But yeah, we don't get to see a lot, unfortunately, of the rehearsal process. I wasn't really clear what parts were choreographed and which parts were going to be just improv. It doesn't really get any clearer later on, but it was great to have the time with Amber, with the queens. It was really entertaining to watch.
Elimination day. So all the queens come back to the workroom. So all the girls are talking about their looks and they're asking.
Speaking of looks, sorry, when they had all their boy looks on, did you notice that Envy was giving us a little bit of Joe Exotic?
Cause I like to take it up the ass, that's right.
She had like the leather cowboy hat on. It was unexplained. And speaking of weird things, Madam Madness and Chelsea Boy were wearing like the same outfit.
Come play with us.
I guess that's the thing that the girls are doing for fun with each other. Because I've seen Abby, oh my god, and Megan Schoonbrood also. Oh my god.
Okay, hier is de App Store.
Oh my god. Sorry. Oh my god.
Siri! You Ooh.
Sorry, don't see. All the girls are feeling their looks. And then the question comes to the table like who's scared that they have to lip sync, and Madam Madness is telling all the girls, you know what, I've been in the bottom twice. I'm not gonna think that the judges are gonna give me any more chances. So yeah, I guess it's my time. And do you have thoughts about that? Because I was like, girl, it started there, you're confident.
It did.
Where?
I understand why she was feeling the way that she was. What I don't understand is why she thought it was a good idea to tell the other girls that she was nervous. And it made me really sad because she's a talented drag queen. It just happens that the last few challenges, it's not been her skill set. And that's not her fault, and it doesn't make her less of a drag queen. So it was just sad to see the confidence literally disappearing before our eyes.
I know, it doesn't mean that she doesn't have talent, because she has got a lot of it. But also Madam Madness is pointing out that Soeters maybe is going to be in the bottom with her. And Soeters later on says that his chances of being in the bottom are high because it's a diamond girl theme and he doesn't think himself of that feminine makeup artist.
She excels at the camp and the comedy, and it was a challenge that was outside of her comfort zone. So I can see why she was worried, but she was wise to keep it to herself. Speaking of Soeters, the girls are getting ready in the mirror. Soeters opens up about how her drag is actually affecting her love life as well, which gives us an amazing little pep talk from Janie.
I get it from Soeters, but I also totally get it from Janie. Like, you have to be upfront with it, so they know what you have.
Yeah, I think Janie was completely right about the situation. You know, drag is, for most people, it's a job. And it's a uniform they put on, and it doesn't define them as a person. And it also put me in mind of a quote, and from all people, an actual useful quote from Trixie Mattel.
Don't try to impress someone. Find someone who's impressed by you. Boom. That was deep.
Soeters is a really handsome guy, a talented queen. And
Yes.
if you don't like the Soeters as a drag queen, then you're not good enough for Soeters. So off you
Exactly.
You see?
Thank you.
Dus voor alle jongens thuis, als je het niet erg vindt dat ik drag doe.
And then this horrible thing happened.
Shit. Oké.
Maak er lekker wat vormpjes in eerst. Gezellig.
Madam Madness is shaving her beard.
I was literally watching the TV like, no! I don't get why she shaved. Like, I respect that she said that she always changes her gender and her drag, blah, blah, blah. But nobody was asking her to shave.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you, Beard.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
She looked beautiful without the beard, but she also looks amazing with the beard. It's her trademark. It's her thing.
It's one of the things that makes her so unique among the cast, and even among the more than 100 girls who've been on the show. The beard was a really identifiable part of her character. So it just confused me that she would throw that away for a competition where actually the beard was never a problem. So it was sad.
So sad, so sad.
It was sad. I miss the beard. I'm glad she's got it back now.
Envy and Chelsea Boy are talking about their looks, and Envy is telling Chelsea Boy that she's gonna do this nude illusion. And then she tells that, like, in her younger years, she had a few more pounds, and that she was always been insecure about her body. The judge just asks her to surprise them. So she looked amazing. Her body is beautiful.
She looked great. You know, she knows how to play the game. This was the perfect time for her to do this kind of look. And she has a beautiful, fuller figure. And the curves and the proportions were all fantastic. It really worked for her. I think she was amazing. So then we cut from this wholesome moment to like a horror film for the next 2 minutes, I guess.
Drag Race Holland has a lot of firsts.
The editing was crazy. It was crazy banana pants crazy. I assume Soeters was fine and it wasn't that serious in the end, but oh my lord, I've never ever seen editing like that on Drag Race. So next we come to the runway, and Fred walks in looking the best that he has looked so far by a long, long way.
I live! She looks amazing!
It was a fantastic look. She comes in with this green gown. It's got the gold embellishments, the huge shoulders. The makeup is stunning this week. Just head to toe, it was a fantastic look.
She was serving it. She was showing the children how to do it. And, oh.
It was impeccable. And what I loved as well was it was a silhouette that we probably wouldn't see on RuPaul. Fred started to get her own style, which is such a pleasure to watch.
It's so good. It's so good. The fashion is really on point. And then we come to the judges. Nikki Plesse, Sanne Wallis de Vries, and Amber Vineyard.
And I love that Amber came dressed as Fifi O'Hara. I thought that was a really nice little reference for us. So we find out that this week's runway theme is Shine Bright Like a Diamond. And that brings us to the Runway Rundown this week.
Let me hear you say, hey, Miss Cartier.
This week we have the one and only queen from Paris and Amsterdam. She is stunningly gorgeous. She is Envy Peru's drag daughter. We have Miss Cartier.
Bonjour mes faufounes, je m'appelle Miss Cartier and let me hear you say, hey Miss Cartier. I am Miss Envy Peru's drag daughter and I'm here to review all of the looks that have graced the stage of this week's episode of Drag Race Holland. In this week's episode, the runway theme was Shine Bright Like a Diamond. And as you can see, I'm not wearing any diamonds, but neither did the girls, all teal shade. So, first look is Chelsea Boy. Chelsea Boy, you outdid yourself. I really love this look. It was made by Isabel Schultz and Dennis Diem. call me anytime. And I really like it. The details are amazing, the rhinestones are at the right place. Does it really fit into the theme? It's an interpretation. Is it stunning? Yes, it is. The face, the makeup, the hair, it's like, oh. So yeah, it made me really wet. The next queen we're reviewing is Miss Envy Peru. Really love this look. Dragma, you have outdone yourself as well. This is exactly what I imagine when I hear the theme shine bright like a diamond. It is kind of a literal interpretation, but then done right from head to toe. Every single thing is right. And your body, girl. Then following this look we have Janie Jackie, and I really like this look as well. Also, they could have just been sisters because the looks were very much alike, but indeed, like they indicated as well, very different from each other at the same time. So I really like this interpretation. The only thing is that just like Kim Kardashian's gown that she wore at some award show or something, it would have been nice to have the gradient in feathers incorporated into the dress instead of it being like a plumeau. Am I shady? Ooh. Up next is Mama Queen's look, and I also love this one as well. Is it also exactly what I imagined when I hear shine bright like a diamond? In a way, she incorporated the holographic rhinestones in the tights, which is very nice, and the chandelier piece by Soeters is also beautiful. Contrast, the look itself is nice. Should she have been red to filth for those heels? No, not at all. It's like, we love a tall bitch. I was studying this look actually. And I also love the fact that it came with like a reveal. That's the thing that Nikki Plaster really wants. Blah blah blah, chocolate blah. And yeah, I really like this look. Then up next we go to Miss Abby, oh my god, sweet sister of mine. And I also like this look. Was it basic next to the ones that we've seen during the episode as well? Maybe a little. What I would have liked to see is that maybe instead of having the choker that she wore, having a diamond one, for example, or like rhinestone, let's be honest. And then have her dress be more of like a diamond shape underneath as well. So she has this like, do you know the Pokemon Diancie? I'm such a nerd, just Google Diancie. I'm not even sure if that's the name, it's like a new generation, so I don't know. But it would have been nice to have incorporated that into her skirt or something, that it would have been like a diamond shape. Overall, does she look stunning? Yes. Then we go to the stunning Queen, Madame Madness. Really liked the fact that she was not wearing a beard. I do love the beard though, but yeah, it was nice, something out of the box. Really liked the hair made by Vivaldi. Very talented. No, I really like this look as well. Did it really fit the theme? Because she was more of a chandelier. For me, I was like, okay, it's how you interpret the challenge. Could the gown have been a little longer so it hit the floor? Yeah, that could have been the possibility as well, but overall she looks very stunning. And up next we have the Queen, Soeters from Belgium. And I also like this look. It was very surprising to me that the theme was shine bright like a diamond and it was like an all ruby look. But then again, rubies shine just as bright like a diamond, and this one, head to toe as well, was very elaborate. It looked very expensive and also something campy with a touch of glamour, and I really liked it. Very detail oriented. Overall, this week has been splendid. All of the girls have turned it, especially Miss Envy Peru. Really dig the look. Also, when you see it live, it catches the light so nicely. It's really shine bright like a diamond. Other stand-up for me was Chelsea Boy with the not so literal interpretation. It was more pearlesque than diamond, I guess. But then again, a very nice theme, very nice execution. Also loved Serafina's look, even though it was more like shine bright like a ruby. But it shined and it really worked from head to toe. And yeah, that's my take on it. So there you go. Thank you very much. Thank you. My name is Miss Cartier. You can follow me on Instagram at Miss Cartier Official. And ta-ta!
Just want to say a big thank you to Miss Cartier for joining us this week. You can find her Instagram in the links below, as well as all of her social media. Now, let's talk about the looks, the tops and the bottoms of the week. Who was your favourite look?
Envy Peru was my favorite look of this entire season.
Really?
Yes. She looked so good. Everything was perfect. She looked amazing. And also the one that stood out for me was Soeters. Girl, how did he get all those props in there?
I was wondering that. First of all, I had the same top two as you do. I don't know, girl. Yeah, I loved as well with Soeters that she went with the red colour. It really stood out against all the other girls. Were there any bottoms for you this week?
Mama Queen, because I think her look was a little bit messy and it was a little bit unfinished. It didn't follow the theme for me. But later I saw on Instagram on her pictures that she uploaded of her outfit that her pants, there were like rhinestones all over it. And then I was like, okay, I like that. But I didn't saw it in the execution.
Yeah, it just wasn't enough for me. The only other queen that I would say was like actively not a good look for the runway was Miss Abby as well. I think the body glitter was such a cop-out. There was no stones on her outfit. It was very basic, and while she looked really pretty, you've got to bring more than just being pretty. I also hated the news panel.
Oh, that was way harsh, Ty.
For me, it was like that Malibu Barbie from 2015 that you buy in the special edition. I liked it. And then they show us the Maxi Challenge, and it's a video of them doing a dance battle. And for me, the first thing that stood out for me was the teams looked really good. I almost didn't recognize Chelsea Boy, and I also almost didn't recognize Envy Peru's look. The visuals, a 10.
I think the video was really well produced. They did a lot to make the girls look as good as they could, and the outfits and the lighting all went together really well. The only thing that I would say from this is there was very little actual dancing from either of the teams. It was lots of walk and pose and walk and pose. So when I finished watching the video, no one stood out to me as like the best dancer or the worst dancer. I was completely lost.
Well, I was confused by the fact that like a few of the girls were lip syncing and like a few girls were not lip syncing, and I was like, do they have to lip sync? Do they don't? Huh?
Because they hid anyone's mistakes and we didn't see anyone make a mistake. So I don't know, it was really hard to understand the critiques afterwards. We get to the judges' critiques, and this week every single queen gets some feedback from the judges, which is the first time it's happened this season.
And then Fred asked Amber which team did the best job, and she chooses the team of Mama Queen.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
No, I know. It was so, like, the queens were plucked, because you could see in their faces, especially Abby, they were like, oh, we're safe this week. And then their faces dropped, because it turns out that each queen is getting judged individually.
That's better. That's way better.
I think it's a lot fairer, especially in these group challenges. We get some more critiques from the judges, and they come to Chelsea Boy and they say they love her look. But then this is the start this week of some weird obsession with shoes.
Too high, too small, too short.
It was so strange. So like first they have an issue with Chelsea Boy's cliffhangers, which I didn't even notice, but apparently was a huge problem. And then Nikki says that Mama's shoes were too high. And then they say that Janie's shoes were too low. And these were all things that I had not noticed at all until they were pointed out. And it just seemed like a way to give people bullshit critiques.
I think they're just nitpicking. That like everything else is really good. So they're just nitpicking all the small things. I didn't get it from the shoes of Mama Queen. I was like, it's yeah, it's fine. But those cliffhangers were a thing, girl.
I mean, it's a valid point, but I don't see why they're nitpicking when there was two queens who clearly had the worst outfits and the worst performance this week.
So what did you think about the critiques that they gave Abby about the necklace?
So glad you asked me this question.
they kind of have a point, not just the necklace, but she's been doing the same kinds of looks since she got here. And Nikki says to Abby, like, you need to give us more than just being pretty. Because there's other queens in the competition who are pretty and doing other things. And Abby is just pretty. And I think the necklace is just another thing where it's just not enough effort that's being made.
I kind of agree with you, but also, like, what can she do about it by now? She already packed these costumes for her. She's not like, oh, you're totally right. You know what? I'm gonna shop this afternoon and buy 5 new garments.
I mean, I understand that aspect of it, but there's still a wall of fabrics that you could look at. You can still borrow garments from the other girls. You can put more into the challenges that are outside of your comfort zone to impress. You can change styling of items, which I think maybe is why they brought up the necklace.
Yeah.
And then the day just goes from bad to worse for Abby. So Fred asked the girls which queens should be in the bottom 2. And this was kind of harsh, but I also completely would have said the same thing.
Wie van jullie staat er vandaag in de lip-sync battle?
Abby? Ja, sorry Abby. Abby. Miss Abby, oh my god.
Abby, oh my god.
I wouldn't choose Abby.
Why is that? On this challenge, where she couldn't dance and she had the worst outfit, why wouldn't you choose Abby? And she's already been in the bottom.
Okay, because in the final dance battle, she was giving all the tricks, all the splits, all the ooh-ah-ah things, and for me, she stood out. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, it's your opinion. It's just, to me, like I said before, Abby doing the splits and tricks is not surprising at this point, and it was a voguing challenge. So we get to Untucked, and surprising precisely nobody, there's more Abby drama. And honestly, I don't really want to talk about it anymore after this week, but let's get into it. All the girls say Abby, including Envy. And this really upsets Abby. Now, what did you think about this? Because personally, I think Envy did the right thing.
No, yeah, well, 50-50. Because on the one part, I'm like, maybe she should have done it off camera, not put it on the spotlight. But on the other hand, I'm like, you know what? It needs to be said.
Yeah, and I think the trouble is as well, they didn't know that Fred was asking this question. Abby has already had issues with people giving her advice when it wasn't asked for. And Abby calls Envy a backstabbing bitch and wanted her to say someone else. If Envy had said someone else, she would have been lying and hurting someone else's feelings just for the sake of Abby, which I don't think is the right thing to do either. Fred asked them the question. They all gave their honest answers. Any other time, Abby is happy to say, girl, it's just a game, but that doesn't apply to her.
Megan, but zoals je zelf zegt, het is een game. Dag schat.
You've got to pick a size. Either it's all a game or it's not. The other queens also said Madam Madness, and Madam takes it very professionally. She understands why they picked it. She understands that it's just part of the game that they're all playing. And she takes it on the chin and goes and starts learning her lip sync. The correct response. Good for her.
But she's saying her own name.
Yeah, I think that's probably down to, you know, the last few weeks. I personally don't think she should have said her own name. But again, if she'd said someone else's name, she would have been lying. So I get it.
For me, it felt like she was giving up at that point.
It did, and I think she knew that the competition wasn't going to play out how she wanted it to.
Yeah, and I think that she was fine with it.
But even then, she didn't project that on other people. She just was mature and carried on. We come back to the main stage, and we find out that the winner this week is Envy Peru, continuing a long-standing Drag Race tradition that if you show your arse on the main stage, that you win the challenge. Now, that being said, I do think that this was perfectly well-deserved and a great win for Envy again.
Chelsea Boy, Janie Jacquet, and Seta Jean are safe, and then there are 3 girls in the bottom, and Fred starts with Mama Queen. She has to lip sync for her life. Madam Madness has to lip sync for her life.
It is. The girls were gagged.
Zit in de lip-sync battle.
I have to give props to Envy and Janie, just giving us, they were chewing the scenery in the background.
I don't know what to do with myself.
I just peed.
I like the sensation of and the drama of having a three-way lip sync.
It's all the drama, Mick. I just love it.
So we get the lip sync between Mama, Abby, and Madame Madness. And the lip sync song this week is I Want to Dance with Somebody, the classic, joyful, uplifting song. And this lip sync was a miss for me. It was a miss, it was a mess.
I know. Well, in the main challenge, they proved that they could dance.
Kind of. Yeah, so let's break it down. So, Mama Queen barely moved from the one spot she had on the stage. Abby just looked angry the whole time and did the same tricks that we've seen her do in the challenge and in the last lip sync.
Yeah, and she ran all the way back to the runway, and I think she did it way too early. She was standing there within the lights, you couldn't see her barely, and I was like,
yeah.
Why are all the girls doing all the tricks and the things in the back? Why?
I didn't see tricks, especially not for this song. And then, like, Madam Madness, bless her, out of the three of them, she was having the most fun. And I think actually got the tone of the song right.
Yes, I'm totally agreeing with you that Madam Madness stood out, that she was giving more energy and she was living the song. She was serving us the song.
So the lip sync comes to an end and we get one more surprise. And this is when I don't mind a stunt, is when I don't see it coming. Mama Queen, who is literally 11 foot tall, drops into the splits in like a second flat. And it is one of the most impressive things I've seen in a long time in a lip sync.
In a split. The gag.
I'm not sure if it fitted the song.
You liked it when Abby did it.
No, not on this part of the song. Well, maybe I did.
See?
But I
now who's biased?
So yes, it was a questionable lip sync. It was something new, it was something different, but sadly, Madam Madness had to sashay away. And you know what? It is her time, and she did an amazing job. And I am sure we're not going to see the last of her yet. So yeah.
I agree. I do think it was their time to go. To be honest, this week was kind of a filler episode for me. I think from the offset, we knew who was leaving at the end of the episode. We didn't get a lot of the challenge, so it was hard to really make a judgment on the girls this week as a viewer.
So 6 queens remain. Who's your top 4 if we have the lip sync extravaganza, eleganza, cartwheel board thing at the end? Top 4.
If I had to pick the top 4, I would say Envy, absolutely. Janie has also won a challenge. Then I would put Soeters and I think Chelsea Boy up there too.
Yeah, well, my pick is Envy, Janie, Mama Queen, yeah, and I'm kind of hoping Abby.
No, sorry.
Next week we have the Snatch Game.
For me, this is the first time that I actually know all the people they're imitating in Snatch Game.
I know Joe Exotic, which I think is a great choice. It was bound to happen.
Yes, and then a few Dutch celebrities. So I'm really excited. I hope that they can make it funny for the people that don't know the characters.
Yeah, I think that's the key as well. The characters that win Snatch Game, look at Bendela, look at Jinx, they do characters that no one really knows, but they still make them absolutely iconic. So here's hoping that we get a really good episode this week. That has been episode 4 of Let's Talk About It, reviewing Drag Race Holland. All in all, not the strongest episode, but nevertheless, no. That has been our review of episode 4 of Drag Race Holland. We're starting to get a few front runners emerging, starting to see some stragglers, really getting into the season.
So yeah, well, for me it was okay. I like drama, so they served a lot of drama, and they had the reading challenge that was also really good. So for me, I'm satisfied.
Yeah, I'm glad we got the reading challenge. I think we got it at a good time. I think it gave some much needed entertainment value to the episode. All in all, really looking forward to next week. That being said, that was the episode this week. If you want to find us on social media, you can find me on Instagram at Tayspru, Tayspru.
And my voice just cracked. And you can find me at Jorim Soeters. JORIMSOETERS.
Yeah, so please do check us both out on Instagram. Again, we want to say a massive thank you to Miss Cartier for joining us for the Runway Rundown. You'll find her social media links below in the description as well. That's all from us. We hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment below who you think should have been in the bottom and who you would have sent home this week. Thank you and bye-bye. See you next week.
See you next week, babe. Bye-bye.
Bye. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it down below, leave a comment and click the subscribe button. While you're here, please check out the glamorous drag tutorial video that I made. You'll find the link in the description as well. And be sure to have notifications so you don't miss a single video.
Bye, girl.